So, welcome back to 100 Video Challenge. We're currently on episode 11. And yes, Happy New Year to anyone that is keeping in the loop with all these videos. As my last video was, just looked at it and it was December time, and now we're over in June. So a complete, 6 months, so half a year away from everything that I've been getting up to. So yeah, I've got a lot to update you on, and I have no idea what the topic is going to be. But let's see. I'll update you on life updates of what's been going on. So I've been busy video editing for a client. So for those of you who know me, you might know what's going on, but I am a freelancer. So with that freelancing, I do video editing, videography, app design, website design, marketing, social media management. So all bells and whistles from everything I've learned, on top of picking up some new things along the way to see how that is going. So I've got a reoccurring client that I need to do a lot of video editing and social media management. So that has been going good. Very busy, which is very positive, but then I neglect things like doing my own channel and building it up and practicing my presentation skills. I'm more hidden behind the camera / laptop rather than being in front of it. But yeah, whilst doing that, I've been building up videography clients and projects. So I've done a project over in a restaurant / bar that had a renovation. I had the opportunity to message them on social media, just to offer them some free video / photo work, just to build up a bit of a portfolio for myself and the freelancing side. Plus, just last week, I was able to do a wedding. So that's gone into video editing stage. So hopefully you'll get to see that on the Ryland Studio stuff, as I think I've put my logo in the top corner. I do need to rejig this to make it actually visible so you can actually see it. But yeah, so I've been busy with all that stuff. And in the meantime, when you get client work that then gets money in, you can then start to invest into items and tech in this regards. So I've been looking at getting a couple of cameras along the way. So then I've got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I'm currently recording on now, which is really useful. And then I've been gifted, I'll tag in Dave Logan, a Nikon D7100 or 7100, however you say it. And then I've also invested in Elgato Stream Deck app. So it's like the Elgato button things that you might see on a lot of streaming. I just got the app as it was more just accessible, that it can travel with me a lot easier, as it's quite handy to do video editing. Pressing a button, it does shortcuts in that regards. But yeah, so those are a couple of the videography, video editing style. More on the design side, I've been using my One Thing app. So it's like a task management app that gives you one task at a time and then encourages you to celebrate that win of completing that task each time. So then hopefully you get a progression of enjoying the win, going into your next one, positive, encouraged, that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that I've gone through so many tasks, because a lot of the time I don't keep tabs of what I've done. And then at the end of the day, when someone asks me, how's your day been? I feel like I've done nothing with my time, when actually I might have done 10 tasks and been able to celebrate them, or so on and so forth. But yeah, so in the background, I've redesigned that. So hopefully working with Dan, my brother, to hopefully build that out and then push that along, which would be very good. And then you may not recognize this room as it's had a little makeover. Well, it's in the process of getting a makeover, but we have a new office, aka the garage. So I'm changing it into a sort of a studio space, one to work from. So I've moved my desk here and lighting and so on and so forth, but also one that I can work out in. So then I can flip in between working out and doing work outside of the home. So then trying to bring a little bit of boundaries in between doing splitting my work from my home life at the end of the day. So then when I go into the house, hopefully I can switch off a bit more, as I know I've been struggling with, I think just constantly having my brain switched on, thinking about work all the time, and then not getting that break. So then when you come back to physically doing the work, not just thinking about it, you're exhausted because you've been thinking about it, using a lot of energy in the meantime. But yeah, so those are the latest life updates, which sounds like a lot when I list them off like that. But yeah, so a lot has been going on. But my motivation for creating these types of videos has massively diminished. I think because I've not fully known what I want this channel to be. Obviously, I want to practice with my own video stuff. I want to practice presenting. I've actually trialed today having a bit of a mini script and I guess a teleprompter through the app that I use. I use Riverside FM. So yeah, it's a place, it's sort of like what would you call it? Sort of like a sand pit, somewhere that you can just create castles, knock them down, create them again, knock them down, and just mess about with it, with no place to, I think, get my perfectionism in the way, which has probably got in the way for the last 6 months, hence me not doing anything. But yeah, we'll see what type of videos we'll do moving forward. I just thought I'd want to get one out of the way just to get me kick-started back up and just practicing the presenting, getting in front of the camera, knowing how to speak, knowing how quick or slow how to speak in that regards. All those little things that you can learn along the way. But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas. But yeah, comment below if there's anything that you know I'm good at that you want input, or maybe not so good at and you want my input or thoughts on. I would love to do more Christian content in the sense of maybe reading the Bible or devotions alongside my iPad that I could do doodles on, just because it brings a bit of discipline into my own life of keeping that consistent and recording that. Happy to do freelancing, anything that I'm learning along the way with videography and stuff. But as I know that I'm a lot more newer to that, I might not have the skill set to necessarily share that information to people that might be interested. But equally, if people want just to see behind the scenes stuff of shoots in that regards, I think it's just a place for me to practice all these skills. So then when I go to a client and explain what type of videos I'd like to do, I can just show them what I've been doing, and hopefully as time goes on, I'll be perfecting them, improving them along the way. But yeah, that is a rough thing. Oh yeah, and I've also done some streaming. I don't know if you guys have spotted along the way of just trialing out using the OBS program. So it's a program to help you stream PlayStation stuff, and I've treated myself to a PS5 recently. So that's been really enjoyable, jumping on to Spider-Man 2. I didn't stream any of that. I probably should have, but I just did that and enjoyed it in the meantime. But yeah, so that is episode 11, a little bit of a life update, a 6-month life update. And we'll see how we get on with the next, however many videos was that? 89 more videos to go, just to see where this channel goes, where if I can build a community, who knows, it might be just me vlogging to my future self. But yeah, watch this space along the way. And yes, comment if you are more interested in any of the gadgets. I might, if I can be bothered to edit my own stuff, hopefully I'll have the different items floating here. And if not, I'll put them in the description and tag in the people that have helped along the way, like Dan and Dave. But yeah, that is episode 11 out.